11th of June, we had our PPB exam in JAIIB. So there are many candidates who are not able to qualify this particular exam, this particular subject, I can say. So those candidates who are in the kind of stress that what should we do now, how should we qualify this subject, and what it takes to qualify this subject. So all the queries related to the principles and practices of banking subject, I'm here to clear all your queries regarding that. Okay, so you do not have to lose your morale, you do not have to lower your morale, do not have to demotivate yourself that we were not able to qualify this exam. The thing is, we have done certain mistakes. For example, we have not focused on the conceptual understanding for the particular subject. So there are the chances that we have not done something which is required to qualify this exam. So we are going to talk about that only, that what we should do in to qualify the PPB exam in the next attempt, in the second attempt, or if you are watching for the first time and you are going to give the exam for JAIIB for the first time, then how you can qualify this particular subject in first attempt. Because we know principles and practices of banking is having a huge syllabus, and it is a type of subject in which you must have the conceptual understanding. Because if you do not have conceptual understanding, now it will become very tough for you to qualify this subject. So as we know, there are 3 subjects in the JAIIB exam. In every subject you will have 120 questions and 120 minutes will be given to you, and the marks will be 100 marks. Okay, so how to qualify this exam, or overall we are going to talk about the particularly principles and practices of banking subject. Okay, so the topic here is that what should you do next if you have lost this particular exam by very few marks. Like there are certain candidates who got 49 marks, 48 marks, 47 marks. We had to qualify this particular subject, we had to score 50 marks. But if we have not qualified that, we have lose this exam, we have lose this subject qualification just because of 1 or 2 marks. Then what you should know next to qualify in the November December attempt this subject. So that is what we are going to discuss here. Okay, now before starting with this strategy, those candidates who are new to the Officers Adda 24/7 channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, and if you have not downloaded the Adda 24/7 application, then do download the application, because of this application you will be able to find the upcoming batches on Adda 24/7 application, and also you will get additional 1% discount on this on all the products on the application. Apart from that, you will be able to find the banking awareness quiz, which is going to help you to build the basic knowledge about the banking. Okay, as we know that the subject is principles and practices of banking, so to know the terminologies related to banking is also important, and that is this is how the Adda 24/7 application going to help you. Now let's start with the topic, that is, did you miss your PPB exam with very few marks? Then this session is for all of you, and also for those candidates who are going to give the PPB subject exam for the first time. Okay, so first of all, if we talk about, these are the memory based questions, these are the recollected questions from the 11th of June exam, which conducted on 11th of June 2022. So this is the first shift exam, and these are the first shift questions, and these are the second shift questions. So you can see there are, I can understand that the words are very smaller here, but let me define you that what has been asked. So the level of the exam was tough, moderate to tough level was exam in the both the shift, and they have asked 3 to 4 numericals in the first shift. Then we have question from IT, we have question from CRR SLR, then working capital, then NPA provision, letter of credit calculation, turnover method calculator, then the credit period letter of credit, then accounting standard 18 they have asked, the partially disclosure they have asked. Now the transfer of goods, then the MMID, that's a very simple question. MMID, how many digits are there in the MMID code? Then we have priority sector lending, money market, then we have ANBC, ethics, marketing channel, money market, then agriculture provision based questions, then joint account operations, cash credit technique, quotations, factoring, checks from the pledge line, assignment difference, what is the difference between these three? Among these three, provision from a standard asset, survivor questions, either survivor questions were there. Universal banking was asked, regarding certificate of deposit they have asked. So these are the recollected questions from the first shift of 11th of June exam, and these are the second shift question in which the level was tough, moderate to tough was the level. Accounting standard has been asked, then transfer of goods asked, MMID was asked, hypothecation was asked, read full form was also asked. I have told all the candidates who were in the paid batches, or when I was taking the YouTube sessions also, I was continuously saying you that I have already shared the PDF for the abbreviations. Abbreviations is very important. They can ask any abbreviation. So I have already shared the abbreviation in the Telegram. So you should download that abbreviation PDF and you should revise all the abbreviations at least once in the week. Okay, that is very important. So REIT full form was asked, then the monetary policy committee was asked, money market was asked. Numerical questions were 3 to 4 questions in the both shift. Next we have question on CRR, working capital, then a letter of credit, turnover, ANBC, ethics, marketing channel, money market, then cash credit technique, quotations was there. Then we have universal banking, we have a certificate of deposit question, we have primary monetary control tools, liquidity coverage ratio has been asked, then the questions on banker special relationship was asked. After that we have power of attorney question, we have RRB related question, types of ATM related questions. Okay, then we have bailment of goods related question, then we have the appropriation of pledge, hypothecation, right to set off line, negotiable instrument was asked, marketing information system was asked, then the business ethics, personal ethics, their values has been asked. So these are the certain questions which has been asked in the on the 11th of June PPB exam. Okay, so these are the questions. Now where you can find this particular image, you can find this image from Officers Adda 24/7 channel. You have to go to the community section and there you will find the PDF, or not the PDF, this image will be available. You can download it for yourself also to remember or to make sure that what type of questions has been asked in the exam. Okay, that is very important, because to analyze the paper is very important, because it is it required to qualify the exam. Okay, now if we talk about the principles and practices of banking, there are 5 modules. First module is talking about Indian financial system, second is functions of bank, third is banking terminology, fourth is marketing of banking services, and fifth is ethics. So this is the newly added, we can say, module in the principle and practices of banking. So because it is newly added, that's why we give more priority this particular module, because there is a chances of asking many questions from this section or from this module. And apart from that, ethics is already I think that is a very important subject, not only in the banking sector but only in the all in every sector, because it tells us about the values, what is right, what is wrong. It gives us a certain moral principles to decide what we should do, what we should not do. So that's a very interesting subject. It will trust me, you will find very interesting the module E, because it is related to the real life effects. It is related to the real life activity of the persons. Okay, like for example, if you see a situation, if you see a particular situation, according to your perception, that situation will be right. Okay, whatever the person has done in that situation, according to you it will be right, or it may be right, but from the perception of another person it may be wrong, because every person have their own values, every person have their own morals, every person have their own principles. So according to that, every person have a different perception regarding a particular situation. Okay, so that is what ethics helps us to find out, that what is right, what is wrong. So it is a systematic study, we can say, of human being from the point of view of the rightfulness and wrongfulness. So this is a very interesting module. I find it very interesting. I hope you will also find interesting while you are studying this module. Now let's come to the what we have to do in these 5 modules. What should be our strategy for the next exam if we have not able to qualify the PPB in this attempt, in June attempt? Then we are definitely going to qualify in the November and December attempt. Okay, don't worry about that. Now let's discuss certain things related to the principles and practices of banking, in which we are going to discuss that what should be our strategy. So first, if I am talking about the principles and practices of banking, so there will be 120 questions, and to solve this 120 questions you will get 120 minutes and you will get 100 marks. Okay, this is the pattern of the exam, selection procedure of the exam. Now this 120 questions will be of 3 patterns. The first pattern is that they can ask 0.5 marks question, and there will be 70 questions for the 0.5 marker. Next, they will ask 1 marker question, and there are 30 questions from the 1 marker question. And they can ask 2 marks question, and that is 15 questions will be there of the 2 marks. Okay, so this is the pattern of your principles and practices of banking subject. Now, when I'm talking about principles and practices of banking, you do not only have to read this subject. What you can do, there are three subjects. We have PPB, we have LRAB, and we have AFB. So these are the three subjects, and all these three subjects can be covered with each other. Okay. So what I am saying here, that when we are talking about PPB and LRAB, the both are related to banking. Okay, we are talking about the banking principles, practices, or laws, etc. Now, if we talk about AFB, the module D of this subject is operational banking, that is related to the operational banking. And when I am talking about operational banking, so it is related somehow with the PPB and LRAB. So it is simple that banking is available in all the three subjects. So when you are preparing for the JAIIB exam, do prepare these three subjects together. In AFB, only module D will be the same as per the PPB and LRAB. And apart from AFB, both the subjects PPB and LRAB will be jointly prepared. So do make sure that you are preparing these subjects together, principles and LRAB, and also link module D of operational banking of AFB subject. Okay, now this should be your strategy, that how to start your preparation. That's how you will be able to know the basic understanding of all the three subjects. Okay, now let's come to the topic, that what should we do to qualify this exam. If we are talking about the PPB, to qualify the PPB, what you should do, you should require the conceptual understanding. Without that, we are not able to qualify this exam. So conceptual understanding is very important, and it is the only way, I can say it is the only way to qualify this subject. Okay, you do not have any other option. To qualify this subject, you have to go with the conceptual understanding of the subject. Otherwise, if you are thinking that I can only practice the MCQs on this particular subject and I will be able to qualify the exam, now don't give you false hope to yourself that you will be able to qualify this by only practicing the MCQs of the subject. So you should have a conceptual understanding of all the modules, all the topics in the PPB syllabus. Okay, that is important. So this should be the key to qualify the PPB subject. Okay, now if we're talking about the 5 modules, that is A, B, C, D and E. These are the 5 modules in the PPB subject. Okay, in the principles and practices of banking, we have module A, B, C, D and E. If I am talking about module A and B, the 50% syllabus or 50% your paper is covered from the module A and B, and the remaining 50% will be covered by C, D and E. Okay, so the first priority you should give to the module A and module B. That is very important, because these are the 2 modules which cover 50% of your syllabus. Okay, so I can say from the module A, they can ask around 15 marks question. 15 marks question can be come from the module A. Or if I am talking about module B, this is the very important module in which we can say 20 to 25 marks questions can be asked from the module B. So your first priority should be in the preparation, your first priority should be your module B, and the second priority should be your module A. Okay, now the module C cover your around 10 to 15 marks paper. It covers 10 to 15 marks paper, and the module D covers around 15 to 20 marks question, 15 to 20 marks question. And then we have module E, it covers similarly 15 to 20 marks question. Okay, so the first priority should be given to the module A, second should be given to the module B, first should be given to the module A, second should be given to the module B, third should be given to the module D, and fourth should be C, and fifth should be E. Or we can say actually C and E. If we are talking about C and E only, these 2 modules have same priority. These 2 modules have same priority, because these are equally important in the exam. Okay, so module C and E are equally important for the exam. So this is the roughly overview that how much questions or how many questions can be asked from which module, and to which module we should give the more priority to. Okay, so this is the roughly idea. We have 5 modules and we have to cover all the modules. I'm not saying that you only have to cover the A and B module, I am saying all the modules should be covered by you, but I am just telling you what sequence you can follow, because as per the importance, as per the priority of the exam, you can follow the sequence in which you will be more sure in the limited period of time that you will going to qualify the subject with maximum marks. Because if you are covering module A and module B firstly, then you are covering the 50% part of your exam, okay, or the 50% part of your syllabus. That's why we have to give the priority, the sequence to the modules, okay. Now what is important in which module, let's discuss that first. So I have told you that first priority should be given to the module B. In module B, the important chapters are, PSL is very important. All the chapters I am talking about here from all the modules is our important chapter, but do not take it wrong that I am saying that only these topics you have to cover. No, you have to cover overall syllabus, you have to complete the syllabus, but these are the important topics from where we find maximum number of questions in the exam. So first is priority sector advances. You have to cover all the targets and all the sectors, everything you have to cover. Then we have NPA. The provisioning of NPA is very much important. The substandard asset, the doubtful asset, the loss asset, and all the three categories of loss asset is very important. Special mention accounts are very important. Recovery methods like Lok Adalat, the SARFAESI, they are very important. So you have to cover the NPA. Then the different mode of charging security. First, you have to also cover the types of security: pledge, hypothecation line, mortgage. These are the mainly 4 types of security. So different modes of charging security should be covered, that by using which security, what charge you can use, okay. Now the banker special relationship, a very important topic, definitely question will be asked from here. Then the garnish order, attachment order, right of set off, banker's line, all are important. Next we have MSME, again are important. All these chapters are important chapters from where maximum questions had been asked, okay. Now payment and collection of check and other negotiable instrument, that are 3 negotiable instrument: promissory note, bill of exchange, and check can be asked. The type of checks can be asked also, okay. Now the crossing of check also asked in the case study pattern. Now Consumer Protection Act and Ombudsman scheme is important. Integrated Ombudsman scheme we are talking about mainly because banking ombudsman scheme for NBFC, ombudsman for digital payment services, a digital payment system, all are integrated by Reserve Bank of India. So we have to cover the integrated ombudsman scheme. Then KYC, anti-money laundering officer, anti-money laundering, the guidelines or the steps should be taken, the punishment, what is the punishment, everything should be covered. Now agriculture finance is important, documentation, stamping, securitization is important. Self-help groups and other schemes are important. Types of collateral and their characteristics I have discussed already. Hypothecation, mortgage, pledge, and your line. The possession of the security makes a difference between these type of securities, okay. So principle of lending, working capital assessment, credit monitoring important, banker customer relationship is important, credit loan, home loan, personal loan, consumer loan, the guarantees, the benefits, etc. Everything have to cover. Financial literacy, financial inclusion, both are important. Opening account of various types of customer, how many types of customers are there in the Parda Nashin, women's, what is the condition we have to follow, etc. Everything is important. Now ancillary services, the additional services bank is providing, the cash operations, everything is important. So all these topics are related to the module B, and all are important because maximum number of questions can be asked from these particular topics, okay. So do cover accordingly all the syllabus, all the topics of module B, but mainly focus at the last days of your preparation of your exam. You have to make sure that you are completing these topics revision maximum number of times, okay. Now next is module A. It is the Indian financial system. So first we have to cover the Indian financial system. What is financial system? What are the components of financial system? Everything should be covered. Now factoring, forfeiting, these are the alternate source of finance. Very important in every exam. Factoring and forfeiting questions will be there. Now off balance sheet items important. Risk management, Basel Accords, very important. It is Basel Accord, okay, BASEL, that is a city in Switzerland. So Basel records are important. Banking regulation, retail banking, wholesale banking, international banking. I can say all types of banking is important. Virtual, universal, para banking, shadow banking, Islamic banking, all the types of banking, offshore banking, onshore banking, all the types of banking are very important. Now CIBIL, the credit rating agency which gives rating to the public, and according to that bank provide loan to the public. Then the fair practices code for debt collection. BCSBI, I know BCSBI started dissolution, but still it is important because what is BCSBI, what was the work of the BCSBI can be asked. So dissolution is started in November 2021. Now banking ombudsman is there, which is going to help the customer if they are facing any issue with the banking system, but still we have to cover the BCSBI. Or maybe chances, as we know in 2023 the syllabus is going to change, so it is obvious that they can remove the BCSBI in the next syllabus, but it is still in the syllabus, so we have to cover it. Okay, now role of money market, debt market, foreign market we have to cover. Role and functions of the capital market and SEBI is important. The other terminologies related to the capital market is very important, like hedging is important, arbitrage is important, curb trading is important, sweat shares, what is sweat shares, what is buyback shares, each type of terms are very important. Now mutual funds, insurance companies are important. The types of mutual fund mainly ask. Okay, now the recent development in the financial system, as we know that RRBs can participate in the call money, notice money, term money, they can participate in the RRB, etc. So these are very important. Next we have module D. So these are the important topics for the module A. Next important module is your module D, and you have to cover all the chapters in the same format as per the syllabus. So follow the sequence of the syllabus. Do not go with any topic in the marketing chapter, in the marketing module, because all the syllabus which they have given, all the chapters in the syllabus which they have given have a particular sequence in which you will be able to understand the marketing concept, what actually marketing means, how actually marketing is working. You will be able to understand all these things by yourself by just following the sequence of the subject of the module. And trust me, this is a simple this is very simple module, because what is marketing? We know how the people sell the products. Okay, we know how they attract the customer, what marketing strategy they use. Okay, but we do not know the actual marketing terms, so you have to just learn the marketing terms. This is the module in which you just read the concept and you will be able to qualify, you will be able to understand the concepts. Okay, so that's not a very tough module. You have to go to the chapter wise and follow the sequence they have given in the syllabus, and sequence wise you will be able to find a certain story in your mind that what actually marketing is or how actually this market runs. Okay, you will able to create a particular story in your mind by reading this module. Okay, so follow the sequence in the module D, that is important, and you have to cover all the chapters. Now if we talk about the module C and E, I have told you they have equal priority, equally important for the exam. So modules C and E have the same priority in the exam. No particular topic is there which can be asked maximum, because in C we have banking terminology, they can ask anything from the banking terminology, and ethics they can ask personal ethics, they can ask business ethics, they can ask work ethics, they can ask anything. Okay, so these are the modules, and this is how you have to cover the modules. One important, last but not least note I want to tell you all, that do not skip any module or topic. Always read complete syllabus. This is the note you have to follow, because it is obvious if you have seen the collected questions, recollected questions, you will find that all the chapters they have asked, if they are they have 120 questions, they have 0.5 mark question, 1 mark question, 2 mark question. So they have the everything with themselves. Okay, they have everything with themselves. They can ask as much questions as they want from all the topics. So they divide your exams questions very equally in the syllabus. So do not skip any topic, do not skip any module, and trust me, if you are going with the conceptual understanding of the subject, you will find this subject very interesting. Okay, and you will be able to understand the subject very easily, because this is what you are doing in the banking. Okay, this is what you are practicing in the real life. You just have to brush up your concept, that is theoretical concepts. Okay, let's say for example, a basic example I take in the class is that if there is a mismatch in the figures and word amount in the check, what we should do. So the theoretical banking is saying, the negotiable instrument says that the banker has to find the word amount correct and encash that check according to the whatever amount is written in the words. Okay, but when it comes to the what we can say practical banking, if this type of check is received to any banker, they directly dishonor that check. Okay, dishonor means they return the check without paying it. Okay, so this is the difference between theoretical banking and practical banking, and I know all of you know about this. This is a very basic concept of banking. I have taken an example. So this is what you have to do. You have to cover the conceptual understanding of all the topics, all the modules. Do not skip any module, any topic, because these all are very important and these are interlinked with each other. If I'm talking about financial system, if I'm thinking I can only read financial system, I will not go with the financial market. That is not possible. Financial system is a system in which we exchange the funds among the people who have surplus money and the persons who has deficit of money or required the money. So it is obvious that we have to cover both. Now, how this transfer of funds from the persons who have surplus money to the persons who required money, how this transfer will be done? You are going to use the money market, you are going to use the capital market, the debt market, the foreign market, all are part of the system. So you cannot skip any chapter because all are related to each other and all has importance in the exam. So make sure you have a conceptual understanding of all the modules and all the topics. Okay, so this should be followed by you all to qualify your exam in a limited period of time, and I will suggest you all that do start your preparation with all the topics of PPB subject. And trust me, it is a very interesting subject. Not only because I'm not saying because I'm dealing with this subject, I'm telling this because I know what this subject means, okay, and how easy this subject is, how easy to understand this subject is, okay. And I think all of you who have done the preparation already, who have read the syllabus already, they will be agree with me, okay. So for preparation of your JAIIB exam, we have certain batches. You can check in on our website. So you have to go to the adda247.com. You will find here JAIIB CAIIB section, and when you go to the section, you will find JAIIB section and you will find all the upcoming batches here. Okay, so these are the batches which are available on Adda247 application. Okay, so you whatever you want, if you want individual subject batch, for example, you are good in PPB but you are not good in LRAB, you want to only join that particular batch, so you can go with that also. If you want only case study batch, that is also available. Okay, if you want target batch, that is available. If you want crash course batch, that is available. So everything is available on the website. So you can see this is the particular batches which is available for your JAIIB preparation. Okay, and if you want to qualify JAIIB in the November-December section, and after that you are definitely going to prepare for CAIIB exam, then the Mahapacks are for all of you. Okay, so you can go with the Mahapack section. In the Mahapack you will find all the, one second, in the Mahapack you will find all the batches which is running on Adda247 application for CAIIB, for JAIIB. All the ebooks will be available, all the mock tests will be available. So you do not have to go anywhere else. Everything will be available in the one particular product. Okay, so you can see 1100 hours classes will be there, test series is there, video lectures are there already recorded, then ebooks are there, or this is the detail of the particular Mahapack. Product description they have given, subject cover they have given, what is JAIIB, what is CAIIB, what we are going to cover, what you are going to get, everything has been defined here. Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to go to the view offer, and when you are going to view offer, you can use a code to get the 78% discount, that is Y496. If you use this code, you will get 77% discount here. But if you apply this code on Adda247 application, you will get 1% additional discount and you will get 78% discount on the product. So this particular product will be available for you 10,453 rupees, and this will be valid for your next 12 months in which you are going to get the JAIIB and CAIIB exam. Okay, so do not wait for the notification come, do not wait for the registration to start. We know conceptual understanding is very important. So this is how you can enroll in any particular batch. You can use a code Y496 and you will get the 78% discount on any product available on Adda247 application. Okay, so this is what we have discussed in today's session, that what should we do next after giving the June exam of JAIIB and not able to qualify PPB subject because of certain marks. Then this is the strategy you should follow, and I hope this will be helpful for your preparation. Okay, so last but not the least, if you are new to the Officers Adda247 channel, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. And also, if you like the session, share session with your colleagues also who are going to prepare for JAIIB or CAIIB, and also like the session. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session. And if you still have any query regarding your PPB subject or JAIIB exam and how to enroll in the particular batch, you can ask your query by in the comment section. I will check your comments and I will answer your query. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session and stay safe.